All right, thank you, Carol. I want to once again echo what my pal Carol has said, and I respect everybody's schedules and times and children. Look at our people here. This is cool. So thank you for being here. I'm just going to talk briefly. So 2 years ago, I turned 50, and I said to myself, I made a commitment to myself that I want to be as uncomfortable as possible, and I wanted to challenge myself in ways that I've never done before. And I had the pleasure of meeting Carol and her husband, Stephen, and I learned a little bit about her organization, and she's very humble about what she did out there. She really undersold it because it is funky out there, it is scary, there are some tough cookies out there, and you don't mess with this woman, okay? And she is, you know me, I don't fake the funk. And I watched the documentary on her, and I was like, damn, this sister's got some moves. And they asked me to go on the trip. And I was like, oh boy, okay, what about that commitment you made to yourself? And she, I think you kind of undersold it a little bit. It was a lot rougher than, yeah. And so I went there originally just to volunteer to help you and your husband and learn about the organization. And then as time developed, she reached out to some of the different people and she asked if I would actually go there and work. And I of course said yes. And so I landed in Rwanda at 8 p.m. on a Sunday evening. And Monday morning, I was at the bakery, which is a foundation that she started where genocide survivors go there. I mean, some of those girls walked there from how long to get there?
A few miles.
Long time, just to go to make a few bucks to get through. And mostly HIV, mostly prostitutes. And they never have anybody, as a man, run this level of groups for them before. And the people that ran the bakery, they were very kind and respectful of me, and they said, hey, Sina, we're so grateful for you to be here, but we're not sure if any women will talk to you individually. And please don't feel bad about it. And I said, of course, whatever I can do. So I ran this group with all these women, and we went to have lunch. And when I came back to the foundation there, every single woman lined up to have a session with me. And I've been sober almost 30 years, and the program has given me many gifts. But the most important gift it's given me is the ability to talk drunk to drunk. It's a very powerful language. And I don't speak their language, but I was able to speak trauma survivor to trauma survivor. And what I learned, and why I invited you guys here, because I really need your help, because there's something very powerful about meeting a young lady who's never been touched properly by a man, who's been hit by a machete and feels deformed and crooked and bent and not beautiful. And sometimes if you just look at somebody and you say, you're really beautiful, like you're really special, like how did you walked here and how did you survive? How did that happen? And just to listen to somebody and hear their story and honor them. Sometimes it's just important. We all need that boy. And like Carol, my time was spent there. I didn't get to spend a lot of time there, but it was extraordinary. And we made our way to northern Uganda. And that was probably the scariest, trickiest thing. I want my son to come up here, please. Whew. This is my son, Dylan. He's, he just turned 13, okay? And hopefully no harm will ever come to him. But where I came from, they took kids my son's age. Literally took them and abducted them. I don't want to embarrass your son. Okay? And this is the real deal. This is what happened there. They took kids my son's age and younger, females too, and they said, you're with us now. And kids are scared. They just burned the village. They just murdered people. And they gave him a gun the size of how tall he is. And they said, are you with us, man? Yes, sir, I'm with you. Great. Well, I want you to kill your father. Sir, I don't want to kill my father. They were going to kill you. And the dad says, it's okay, son, kill me. So I was there talking to them, honoring them. And I was blown away. I didn't know what to go there. I worked with gang kids, I worked with tough kids, I worked in the prisons, I know the streets. I didn't know if I was going to get people lining up on me or what. They were so happy and joyful. And I couldn't understand it. And what I realized is they knew that God spared them. And they had the ethical, spiritual responsibility to give back to the world whatever way they could. I met Charles, who I fell in love with. How old is Charles? 17? 17 years old. His family survived. He has 4 brothers that he raises by himself. He's a beekeeper. Through Carol's efforts, they got him into beekeeping. That's where the microloans go. And he raises enough money and he goes to school. And I connected with that kid. And I connected with these families. And I learned. And so I just want to say to you, and I'll shut up, I know a lot of you and a lot of your stories, and many of you have been spared one way or another. And it's really a beautiful word, spared. You know, we've been given another opportunity. Some of us 20 opportunities. Okay? And so, if you want to give a few bucks, great. I don't push people. I respect people's budgets. Every penny goes to them. Okay? Every single dime goes to them. And I will just testify it's a good cause. And that's all I really want to say, and I thank everybody for their time.